Hi, hello, and welcome. I'm definitely not Vlad, and you're watching me play some Fellowship. So in the previous episode, we got ourselves to 15 item level, which means we bought all of these cheap as heck things from the vendor, which reminds me I need to go scrap these things. I don't think I get anything for them, but I don't know what else to do with them, so we're going to hold the scrap, and there we go. I didn't get a single thing for it, but I don't really care. So apparently there's some kind of event going on where I need to seek out the Spectral Caretaker. I think this is Caretaker of Fallen Heroes. Exchange gold for Haunted Cosmetics. Okay. Oh, we can get a broom mount, and we can look like a... Oh, okay. We can go like full skeleton mode with this like transmog thing. I need to do 10 dungeons to be able to even purchase it. And I don't think I currently have... Hold on. I only have 40 gold at the moment, so that's not exactly enough. Anyway, and this lasts until November 13th. Okay, that's quite a bit. That's a little something to work on and maybe spend some gold on. I feel like it could be cool to be a skeleton dude. So apparently, somebody pointed out to me in a comment that I should buy the resources as they are time-locked, biggest tip that they can give me, and that I shouldn't miss out. Now, I don't know what resources they were referring to. I would imagine it's these. Now, I do have a few marks of the Fellowship, and I don't know what exactly I can get from these, but I'm assuming these are going to be gone soon. The green ones give unstable stuff, these give imbued stuff, and the purple one gives arcane and legends godstones. So, I don't know which one to get. I'm assuming the higher the better, but I don't really know what to do with these resources right now, so I don't know. This gives materia and magic essence, which I know is used for upgrading things. And I can also just trade for supply boxes, which give 10 supplies, I assume, if I have 15 of these marks of the Fellowship, which I will soon have. So that's interesting. I'm not sure what exactly to do with this, honestly. I can see that I can get better and better material here, but I don't know when I'll be able to utilize any of it and how long it'll take me to get to the most expensive one or the whatever the heck. So I'm just going to put a pause on that, not really do anything with it. What I am going to do, however, is I'm going to try and unlock all these rewards that I still have left here, but I'm not really going to show you much. I'm just going to use the magic of editing to go through the remaining dungeons that I need to do, so 9 of them. I'm going to do that in this recording session, and then tomorrow in the morning when I record for the next video, I'm probably going to jump into the Contender League and do it to do the easiest challenges or whatever. I've seen people tell me not to farm Quickplay, but I'm having a lot of fun in Quickplay, and it feels like a stress-free way of learning the game, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, enough yapping. Let's go through a little montage of me stomping some dungeons in Quickplay. Oopsie. That was a learning experience. Did the fucking chest just kill me? Seriously? We got a 90 item level weapon. Okay, that's quite an upgrade from 15. Very happy about that. Supposedly now I have all of my talent points. I find that unlikely. I think I'm supposed to have more than this. Let me check rewards. Ah, so as I gain... Oh, okay, so I'm supposed to go through these to get... Okay. I'm supposed to get more talent points by getting past Contender League and stuff like that. That explains it. Well, I haven't done any of those. I've just been spamming Quickplay. So what did I get? I got some gold. I got some more supplies. I got the weapon I just talked about. We got a bit of unstable mithril. That's cool. And we got a transmog, it seems. Let's check out the transmog. It's not much different from what we're wearing right now. Honestly, in my opinion, it kind of actually looks worse. Oh, okay, that shield looks kind of cool, though. It doesn't really match the rest of the armor set, so that's a little bit confusing. I guess we can also go for no skin, which sets it up like this. Oh, so this is my weapon as it is right now, right? And the funerary vestige is only for armor, so the weapon just looks like what I have right now. Okay. Cool. I mean, I'll rock my current setup, I guess. Oh, and we have some trims here. We have a copper and an iron one. I'm gonna go for the iron one. And we can remove the helmet. We can remove the cloak, potentially. Yes, it looks like we can remove the cloak. I prefer that. Yeah, let's remove the helmet and the cloak. I like that. Okay, cool. I didn't know that the transmog worked like that. I like this new weapon. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, I targeted a tanking dummy or whatever down there just to make sure that I can see what the weapon actually looks like. That's awesome. I like that. Nice. That actually brought our item level up by 5.4, which is kind of funny. I've also been told in the comments from my second episode that this is basically catch-up equipment. I should not really be using it for my main character, and I should be doing contender dungeons so that I can get myself gear from those. Which, if we go over to challenge here and we take a look, if I click this, we can see which dungeons are here. And none of this I knew, by the way. I kind of had to wing it and figure it out on my own. But yeah, we get item level 15 stuff from this, and I'm already item level 15. But these items are green compared to my white ones. They seem to give the same amount of stuff, just different stats. So I don't find a huge advantage to getting these. But at least I know that the gear I'm getting from here is not an upgrade. Now I do know that difficulty 2 will drop item level upgrades when I get to that. And now I also know that there's only a few dungeons that I need to do for all the difficulties. Anyway, this is cool. I wanted to go over here and see if I can buy the haunted broom. I have enough gold for it, but I kind of don't care about the broom. What I do want is the Curse of the Fallen Knight. Oh, without the helmet, apparently I just don't like with my helmet being hidden, there's no skull, so it looks a little funny. But yeah, I'm gonna get this. I think I just need to do one more dungeon. I think, hold on. Yeah, one more dungeon. It can even be quick play. I'm gonna go do that real quick, literally just for the skin. Alrighty, I think that was the 10th dungeon that I needed to do to unlock this thing. Oh yeah, there we go. 60 gold. I'm fine with that. Hell yeah. We're gonna be a bastard Skelly. And if that means anything to you as a reference, well, we can be friends. Curse of the Fallen Knight. Hold on, and I want the helmet to be visible. Hell yeah. And then the cloak as well. Maybe, yeah, I'll keep the cloak. Why not? Hell yeah. Now we're a bastard Skelly. Although our weapon doesn't really match what we've got going on. It doesn't really match our colors or anything, but I don't care. I'm liking the look. Look at me. I'm so mean looking. Okay, so I'm a skeleton, but they had to put the fucking dogs out. I mean, look at God damn it. Oh well, doesn't matter too much to me. Now we do have quite a bit of the resources now. We have 49 supplies, 34 marks of fellowship. Maybe I should use the marks of fellowship to buy this stuff. I don't know what else to spend them on. I think, you know what? Somebody's gonna yell at me in the comments for doing this, but I'm just gonna buy it. That's sold out. And resupplies. Oh, so this is like a weekly supply. Ah, okay. So once a week it resets, or so it seems. Okay. So you just spam quick play to get these to buy these, I guess, and then I can use supplies to buy blacksmith supply boxes, because I don't think I can these are item level 75. I don't think I can get these until I unlock Contender. You need to time Sithrill's fall and Contender, so this part wasn't part of the tooltip previously. So once I time Sithrill's fall, which is that is difficulty 7, so that's the final one. Okay. But I guess that's catch-up gear for my other characters, because just from doing this, I will be getting level 75 items. These are potential drops for this dungeon. That's what it says. So I'm not guaranteed to get all of this, but I can get some of it. Okay. Maybe, potentially. I see. So I need to fully clear this out with the gear that I get from it in order to unlock the higher item level stuff that I can get from here. So this is definitely meant for catching up, and I spent all of my quick play resources, the supplies, to buy all this stuff. But I wanted to do quick play either way for all these rewards, because I feel like it was worth it. I guess I have nothing left to do other than to go into a Contender League and start doing those dungeons, huh? Very nervous. I don't know if I should go into this. I think I'm going to take a short break and yeah, just take it easy for a moment, and then I will steel myself and go into Contender. Oh, I'm having such like ranked anxiety / tanking, like tank anxiety, whatever you want to call it. It's whatever. People are chilling. I feel like it's fine. I'm gonna see if I can go in and do well enough to time a dungeon. I'm pretty sure I can. It can't be that much worse than quick play, right? He said nervously. I guess we're gonna find out. Bastard Skelly's gonna take them all down.
A few moments later.
So I did take a short break, and I went and had some food. It was delicious little spaghetti and chicken. Now, apparently we can craft things. The Master Craftsman will allow you to spend gold and magical materials to change your equipment, gems, and weapons in unexpected ways. All right. Well, I can't really Can't really seem to drag what I need. Oh, only gear drop from dungeons can be modified here. I don't have any gear from dungeons. Equipment can be reforged using mithril. It resets an item level to what was obtained at, but depending on what type of mithril ingot you use, you can change or maintain its slot type. Okay, reforging is a way of re-rolling high-value equipment that are not exactly what you were looking for, but are too valuable to scrap into their material components. Okay, so if I get something really, really nice, I can re-roll it if I am not, if I don't find it useful. Cool. Gems can be fused and transmuted by spending ether. Fusing gems requires 3 of the same size and color be converted into 1 gem. Oh, this sentence doesn't make sense. Of the next highest level. So you take 3 and you get 1 of the next level, kind of like Diablo 3 if you're familiar with that. There is no cost to split a gem into 3 of the next lowest level though, however. So I can go down without ether, but I need ether to combine them. Okay, transmuting gems will use ether to turn the gem into one of a different color, so you don't have gems that are not being used in your loadout. Gotcha. So I can salvage it. I just need ether. So I can't lose the gems, and I can just keep getting more and more gems. Gotcha. Okay. Weapons could be attuned using godstones. When you attune a weapon, all of its traits of one type are randomly changed while maintaining the rank of its slot. So I can reroll the traits or something? Okay. I don't know what any of this means. It hasn't been really explained to me in any kind of way, but okay. So if I go here, I can do an unstable reforge. Reforge will random item of a different slot type. I don't want a different slot type. I like me a weapon. Okay, that was a little detour, but I had like a tutorial pointing me in the direction of the master craftsman Bragi. So I went to check out what that was about. I think, friends, it is time for me to just kind of YOLO it and go into Contender. All 3 of these I have done, but I'm a little confused now. I don't know if there's multiple bosses now in these dungeons or not. From my understanding, only the capstone dungeons that are like at the end have multiple bosses, but these other ones that I've done before, they only have 1, as they do in Quickplay. So I guess we're going to find out. I've decided that I am going to just go ahead and YOLO it. Even though I don't know the routes all that well, from Quickplay I've learned roughly what I need to do. So I'm just going to hope that, you know, okay, I'm supposed to vote. I know this dungeon the absolute best, so I'm going to vote for that one. People are agreeing with me. They want to do that one. All right, cool. I went for the easiest one. I didn't realize that these are Contender 2, 3, and 4. This one ended up being the easiest, so I'm going to go for that. I'm more than happy to do the easiest one. Okay, I'm nervous as hell. I've done this a bunch of times on Quickplay, but, ooh, I don't know, man. I'm still nervous. Whatever. In the meantime, I've also changed my UI a little bit because someone pointed out that I can use those extra bars that are off to the right side. I dragged those to the front and center. All right, let's do this shit. I really hope that percent is the same as it is in Quickplay. If it is, we're going to have a good time. If not, well then, I don't know, man. All right, we got mounts up. We got everything ready. Let's get going. I'm going to try and pull big just to see how much it punishes me. I'm going to run here and pull these guys and keep going and pull this group, and then the rest I will pull later. All right, we got this. Shields up, shield slam out, shockwave, and so far so good. Doesn't seem to be much rougher than it was in Quickplay. I'm cool with that. That makes me happy because I did not want to die. I did not want to die at all. Okay, these guys are taking a moment to die though, unlike Quickplay, which is fine. All right, cool. And he's going to break into little shardlings. We're going to move on to here. Get a shield throw here. And now I'm going to use shields up again, as well as the, I don't know what the other one is called, but it restores a charge of shield slam. And it allows me to put up like an absorb shield on my health. So I like that one. I know that this greater ice elemental does quite a bit of damage to us. So I'm going to try and not pull too much into it. That's the idea here. So far, so good. I'm not feeling overwhelmed. I don't feel like I'm dying or anything like that. I feel like I'm doing fine. We're going to slam this guy, and then we get a shield slam on everything to get aggro. Shield throw some more. Okay, I think we're good. We're going to mount up, and I think these guys, we're just going to fight on their own. I think that's going to be what I do here. Trying to shield throw. Shockwave should get me aggro. I was a little confused there for a second. I'm trying to point these frontals away from the group. There we go. Rune of Detonation is not going to get cast because I'm going to interrupt it. And it looks like these are stacked enough so I don't have to do anything else. Okay, cool. Nice. Next, I could do a pretty big pull. I am going to not do that. I'm going to just keep it safe here. This should be enough. Okay, shield slam. Shield is up, and then we're going to get that absorb shield. apply everything shockwave and then just try to shield slam as much as possible to get shockwave back. That's kind of what I've been trying to do. I'm gonna shield charge this thing to make sure that it doesn't... Oh man, the Crepify is on me. Taking arcane damage over time for 20 seconds. That's kind of nasty. Okay, so these guys are ranged, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to shield throw at these guys and then shockwave. Okay, this seems to be decent enough. Decent enough. We're going to put the bleed down. That slows their attack speed. I'm going to charge this guy to interrupt that. Rune of Detonation gets interrupted. This guy's spinning now. Let's get some absorb shield on myself. I'm a little bit... I don't like this pull. I'm not sure about this pull. The Tundra Stalkers. Am I disconnecting? Oh, don't tell me I'm disconnecting. Okay, there was a bit of lag there, but I didn't disconnect. That's good. These are a little spread out, and I don't like that, but I don't know how to group them properly. I could have used Grand Melee, but that felt like overkill. Maybe I should have just used it. I don't feel like there's going to be anything else that's particularly dangerous here. All right, send out that shockwave and get those shields up. So I've changed my talents a little bit as well to use these more defensive talents. I figure I'll get everything that's that I possibly can that's super defensive, because that way I can guarantee that I live. Because I don't need to do the damage, the DPS can do the damage. Even though I seem to be doing quite a bit. I don't know if that's normal for Fellowship. Are tanks meant to do as much damage as the rest? I do not know that, but what I can tell is that I'm doing a decent chunk of damage, and I'm happy about that, because it means I'm not lacking hiney ho. I don't know. I'm not slacking. That's what I was trying to say, and then just I started with verbal diarrhea. We're going to go ahead and stun this guy just to interrupt that cast, because it seems like... I don't know. I'm not sure if people are interrupting or not. I can't really tell. But what I can tell is that we are looking good on timing this dungeon. I don't know. Where's the timer for the dungeon? I have no idea. Does this actually have a timer? Well, this is where it seems to be the exact same percentage as Quickplay. So I think we're doing fine here. I did this route in Quickplay, and I got the same amount of percent here. So I'm thinking, maybe, yeah, I have way over percent here, because these little shardlings don't give us percent, but we were way over percent. So I'm thinking maybe I can skip one of those 3 mob packs. Maybe I'll try something like that in the future. But now we're headed for the boss. Now there's going to be different mechanics, if I'm not mistaken, with the boss here, because it is Contender mode. I don't see a timer. Does Contender 2 not have a timer? That's what I'm curious about. I'm waiting for everyone to get into the boss fight area, because what I don't want to do is I don't want to have them be stuck outside like that one healer in the previous episode. That would have been miserable, at least, especially on challenge mode. But this is pretty fun. Okay, quick play can sort of kind of prepare you for what's coming in these. We're going to go ahead and interrupt the frigid mist so we don't have a bunch of area denial from that. And we're pointing the boss away from the group so we don't have to worry about where he's going to put those. Put that giant frontal. My DPS doesn't have to move. I've gotten a little bit better at telling where exactly people are in the group, so that's kind of been nice. All right, and the boss is just about dead. It looks like we're big chillin'. We got an interrupt on that. Howling Blast goes out. We move out of the way, and he should be dead here in a moment. Very cool. Did we time it? I have no idea. I got shoulders. Cool. 30 item level shoulders. I have no idea. Is there a timer on this? Like, I didn't see a timer anywhere, so I'm gonna assume no. I'm so confused. We're still in a party. I am going to leave the party. How do I leave? I can leave group here. Yes, I want to leave the group. There we go. Okay, I have rewards. We've done 100 dungeon rating. Okay, and that gives us a random item level 30 piece of equipment. We got a back piece. Hold on. So we got a cloak and we got shoulders. Nice. This brings us to 22.5 item level. Wonderful. Very exciting. It actually is very exciting for me. I like this. I'm a bastard Scully and I'm getting rating. So dungeon rating 155 just for doing a key level 2. Or a level 2 dungeon, the easiest one that I know how to do. Cool, okay, nice. That wasn't nearly as difficult as I expected it to be. Literally, the bosses just do the same shit as Quickplay. But I'm assuming that later on they start doing other stuff as we go up in key level, which is different from WoW. It just becomes, with World of Warcraft, as the level goes up, as the difficulty goes up, the difficulty is just like how much health and damage the enemies do. Here, apparently, Varys Legacy says enemies have learned new abilities, so when we get to Adept level, level, it looks like, that's when we will have trash mobs and whatnot also have new abilities. So we'll increase in difficulty in that way too. So that's very interesting. I'm currently Contender though, so I'm just going to be sticking to this and seeing what this is about. Oh man, that was nerve-wracking. I'm going to take a moment to calm down actually, and then I'm going to jump into another one and I'll commentate through that one. We'll do a few and that'll be this video, huh? Man, that was awesome. I'm having a good time with this game, dude. I'm so happy that I'm not completely clueless to the point where people are not having a good time playing with me. That makes me very happy. Although there are a few dungeons like the market dungeon, I am hopeless about that one. I'm so lost in the sauce when I play that one. Like I never know what the route is and which way to go and what to do. I mean, I could look it up, but I don't know, man. I feel like learning organically has some fun to it, so maybe I should just stick to these lower difficulty dungeons and then just do them as at Contender level to learn the routes, and then in the adept level or whatever, that's when I'll know the routes and I can just improve upon them and whatnot. I feel like that's gonna be fine. Anyway, I'm gonna go take a short break and then we'll do some more Contender stuff. Alrighty, Uruk markets. Oh man, I gotta face them at some point. People really want to do Contender 4. Let's go do Empyrean Sands. I did that a few times in whatchamacallits, in Quickplay. Oh man, it's Contender 4, so it has this thing, which means there is a time limit, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So it has to be Contender level 4 to get time limit, which means I'm gonna get more rating, I guess. So that's something. So let's see if we can time an actual dungeon. We have 12 minutes. Oh, I don't think it's going to take me 12 minutes. But let's see how we do here. Everyone's on these little horsies that I have, so that gives me some, I don't know, it makes me happy because it means that everyone else is also kind of a nooblets here, so that's kind of nice. We're going to throw some thingies at these guys. I could use Grand Melee here, but I don't think I need to. I'm going to use Shields Up after using my big defensive. That gives me infinite toughness, basically. All right, we're gonna use Grand Melee here because this seems to be a bit rough. Grand Melee gives me DR as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and just use that. Your advantage, okay, well that's a start. I guess I just overpulled here. Can't do that in Contender 4. I'm on my way, and we're going to see if we can get aggro back off of my friends here. I'm smacking everything. I'm taunting these guys. I'm going to shield slam as much as I can. We lost our healer. I'm going to get my defensiveness back up. It looks like we weren't ready for that pull. I don't know if it was a me issue or a healer issue, but I'm going to assume it was me because I'm probably newer than the healer. Trying to keep my shield block up or whatever the heck this thing is, but I'm having a hard time. Okay, so gotta chill out with the pulls. Definitely at least a little bit. It looks like dying does not actually reduce your timer or anything like that, so that's nice. At least my mistakes aren't that catastrophically painful. I think I'm going to try and pull these two together anyway. Let's go over here. Shield block, shield slam thingy. Boom, like this. Okay. I think we're good. Trying to get as many shield slams out as possible because that increases my toughness. If I can increase my toughness, I can make it easier for me to survive. If I can make it easier to survive, everything's Gucci. Okay, those shield slams going. We're going to charge this guy. Charge, funnily enough, charge is best used not to actually engage enemies, but once you've engaged them for a little while, it's better to use that to lower the cooldown of all these different abilities, which I find counterintuitive and I don't really like, but hey, you know, that's what you got to do sometimes. I'm not going to drag these guys because this guy casts. I would have to drag them into I don't know how many enemies. I don't recall the route exactly, but I think even if we just take the slowest possible pull by pull kind of route, we're still going to have enough time to get through this in time. So I'm not too worried about it. I don't think I need to pull all that aggressively. All right, the charge goes through. We're just going to let that go and we're going to mount up. Okay, so I go to the left here. Is this too much? We're about to find out, I guess. Okay, let's do another Grand Melee here. Make sure everything's grouped up. We're going to have these two hunters come over to us. We're going to have to fight them. Let's actually use some defensives here. We're going to use a big defensive right now, right here at the end of this Grand Melee. So we have those two guys that are kind of close to us, but I don't want to have to... what do I do to increase my survivability at this point? I'm not sure what I can do. I could just shield slam and hope for the best. Is there any way the healer can heal me more? Or I don't know. I can't tell what the healer is or isn't doing. So I can't tell if I'm over pulling or if I'm being under healed. I'm going to assume that I'm being healed well enough, but I'm just over pulling. We don't need any of these percentage wise. People have to wait for the patrol there. That's fine. We're going to go here and we're going to deal with all of these. Okay. Get that bleed on everything because that reduces their attack speed. Some interrupts went out. I'm going to put a focus on one of these guys to interrupt them. Oh, Greed's Embrace. We're going to interrupt that instead because screw that. I forgot that it did that. That seems like something I should really interrupt. Okay. Can I stun this thing is the question. If I can, I should. Okay. I got my charge in, but it took a second because of the global. All right, and then we can move on from this. I think we have a couple more pulls we have to do. We have these guys. I'm going to see if I can drag them into something because just fighting them two feels pretty dang bad. We have a grand melee coming up in a moment. I'm going to interrupt this. These guys will group up, and then we're going to use the grand melee to make these guys all group up. I know I'm probably annoying the crap out of my team right now, but I'm using this to group them up. Get that shockwave going, interrupt those shadow bolts so there's less to heal. Okay, that was pretty good. That felt enjoyable. This is not going to be enough percent. I think we're going to be close, but not have enough, so I might have to pull some more shit over there, which is unfortunate, but I kind of panicked after I saw myself go down in the first pull, so I'm just a little anxious. We are missing less than a whole percent. I'm just going to go ahead and fight these guys and call it quits here. I think ideally we would go after the boss to finish the dungeon, but it's whatever. I think I'm okay here. These guys died pretty quick, so I don't feel like it's a giant waste of time. So the reason I said it might be better to go after the last or after the boss is because if we just kill one of the little guys, we're done with percent and then we're done with the dungeon. This way we have to kill everything and then go kill the boss. So I feel like timer-wise, it would have been optimal to go first for the boss. Everyone's here, even the lady on the broom. Let's get down to business now, huh? So now I know that I'm probably gonna have to kill those things with the beam and use a big defensive here while I'm getting beamed down by this. So that soul sear, I can use that to break the little circles that drop on the ground. I'm gonna see if I can break a bunch of them with that, rather than having to have a bunch of my DPS have to do things about it. Everyone should get close, and then everyone should step away again. Nice little dance we have to do right there. And then there's Ruinous Starfall. There's a bunch of them over there. I'm gonna get the beam here soon. I'm gonna use the beam to destroy 3 of them over there. Look at that. That's beautiful. I feel like I did a good job with that. I don't know what happens if these finish their casts, so I'm going to try and kill them here. Nice. Okay, we've killed all of them. That is good. Boss is at 40% HP. I have no idea if I need to kill all of them or if I just need to stay far away from them if they're going to finish their cast, but I'd rather not find out. Maybe I should look up a guide, but so far so good. Lunar Soul Sear goes out on me again. I'm going to use something to max out my toughness, and then I think we're good. And boss is dead, and we're done with another dungeon. Would you look at that? We actually timed a dungeon. We got a bit of gold, we got a Mark of the Fellowship, and we got a nice little necklace here with a bunch of spirit. Isn't that nice? Hell yeah, I feel like I did a good job. The first pull was obviously too aggressive, and I should have not done it, probably. I don't know. I think if I had used Grand Melee earlier, I think that might have done the difference, but I don't know at this point. What the heck is this thing? Is this for re-entering the dungeon or something? I don't know, but it looks like I'm the group. What is that? What do I... Oh no, it's just a portal. It's an ability of some... Okay, I was so confused, man. Anyway, let's look at our rewards. We have achieved more than 300 rating, which gives us a Mark of the Fellowship. A few of them, 3 of them. Nice. Very cool. We're at 340 rating, and then we'll get some Unstable Mithril. What I'm looking forward to is at 900 rating, we're going to get a talent point. That's really exciting. To me, at least. And then also finishing Contender by timing Cithral's Fall will also give us a talent point and a bit of gold. Cool. I'm enjoying this. This is nice. It's not that bad. I shouldn't be that anxious about, at least about Contender. So I did a 4 Contender, and the max difficulty is 7. Yes, Cithral's Fall is 7. So if I time that, I can move on. But I think I want to time all of these to just get all the rating in Contender, and then get all the rewards from Contender. Or maybe I can, like, if I get the Cithral's Fall thing as an offer, maybe I should just go in there, you know? But maybe I just need a bit more gear before I could do that, like 60 item level or something. I probably don't need it. Maybe the reason I went down in the +4, let's see what kind of gear drops from +4. Hold on. So +4 drops 45, and I'm half that item level, basically. So yeah, no wonder I went down like a... like a sack of bricks. Maybe that's why. Maybe I should not go for the +4 when I have 22.5 item level. Literally exactly half the item level. of what it drops. Okay, let's put on this necklace. That brings me to 24.6. I feel like threes might be a fun thing to do just to keep it a bit more chill and enable myself to do the bigger pulls. I feel like that's a good idea because I don't know. I don't know what I could have done more there other than use Grand Melee sooner. Really, that was about it. I didn't have Siegebreaker, my spirit ability or anything like that, so I just didn't know what to do. Anyway, I guess it's time for another one. Less yap, more smack. Everyone wants to do the Contender 5 Wormheart. Actually, Wormheart I'm very familiar with. Let's go Contender 5 Wormheart. At least I know the route and I know what the mobs do. I'm gonna pull a little bit slower, less aggressive, and I think we should be able to get through just fine. A little bummed out that I'm getting another one of these, but let's see if we can do it at +5. You also have a Tarek in the run, which is always cool. I want to see how that does. I'm gonna shockwave here for the initial aggro, make everything bleed. I thought I had the talent that gives me bleed or whatever, or makes my bleed slow enemy attack speed, but it does not. That's just not the case for my current setup. So that was just a blatant lie. This guy really hurts, and Contender 5 seems to be a little bit tough for me right now. Need to be a little bit more careful, I think. So we have the golem left over. We're going to beat the shit out of the golem, and then I'll go into that big giant over there. A quick shield slam on these guys should get me aggro. I'm going to oh, okay, I got teleported back. That's a bit of lag right there. Okay. Garrick is blasting away at these mobs. I'm trying to give myself a big absorb shield here. Okay. We got a shield, so we have max toughness, and I'm using my thingy with the stuff, the thing that makes my toughness not drop, because I'm trying to stay as safe as possible for this. Very tough pull, it feels like. Things are very difficult to survive when your boy just doesn't have gear and is doing Contender 5. Is this supposed to be difficult, or am I just bad? I don't know. I don't know enough about the game yet to determine the situation for this, but what I do know is I really wish I played a DPS instead. But then again, I think my queue times would be very long if I was playing DPS. I have to say the voting for what we were going to play thing is kind of cool. I feel like that's sort of fun, but it feels like when someone votes for something, instantly everyone else just votes for the same thing as soon as they see someone voting. So I don't know how to feel about that. We're going to go ahead and drag this. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but we're going to find out. I'm going to line a side over here. That's going to pull more of these guys. Okay, this was a bad idea. I can already tell this was a bad idea. We're going to use Grand Contender here, and we're going to hope that our healer can keep us alive. Buddy, you better start spamming heals into me. That was rough. Okay. We have one Deceitful Scholar, so there's a big cast that he does, and if someone already has him on focus, yep, and that focus was for that interrupt on the big thing. Okay, let's see if we can get some more tankiness here. I'm trying my best to stay alive, but this is tough, man. I overpulled like crazy. Big absorb shield here. Let's get out of the rapid fire. God damn. Okay, so I tried the line of sight here, but I ended up pulling even more mobs with that line of sight, which was a bad idea. But luckily, Grand Contender was able to sort me out. Goodness gracious, that was rough. Okay, and now we go for another rough pull right afterwards. Let's shockwave. This guy got feared or something? What the heck is that about? Everyone got feared? What is going on here? All the mobs got feared? Root of detonation. I'm gonna go ahead and interrupt that. I almost have my spirit ability ready, it looks like. I'm gonna use my shields up thing. Man, do I use my spirit ability here? I think I have to. I think I have to as soon as I am able to. I'm gonna go down here, I think. Yep, I went down. I'm gonna respawn and try and get there. The entrance of the dungeon, we didn't update our respawn. Looks like other people are respawning behind me. So that is an overpull at Contender 5. Man, I don't like this tank. I have no self-healing. None. And it makes me feel like I'm messing up really bad. Oh well. Maybe I'll have to try the other tank at some point, but for now we're gonna stick to Helena. It looks like everyone reset, so let's try that again. This time with Grand Melee and everything else available. Spirit is a little bit low. We're going to wait for everyone to get over here, and then we're going to try this again. The fear at the start was weird. I don't know what to do about that one. All right, and let's Grand Melee right off the bat here. Get this guy up here to also attack us. Nice. Get the bleed on everything for that aggro. Definitely seeing a lot of DPS from the group here because I usually don't have issues with aggro, but I think it might be just because I'm sort of kind of running into people that actually do damage finally. I'm gonna stun this guy that's spinning to let Tarek stay in melee, and yeah, my health just doesn't go up. I don't know, man. Am I doing something wrong, or is this healer just kind of AFK? What's happening here? Okay, big circle goes out. I think that's the healer's thing. Put these bleeds back up, man. I genuinely don't know. I think it's probably me and my lack of gear, less so than the healer doing something wrong. So I don't know. We're down here now. We're gonna interrupt that. Blade of the Silthril or whatever. I think that's the guy that spins, so we're gonna look at interrupting it with a stun from our charge. When he starts spinning, if he starts spinning, he's spinning. Charge goes out after the globals are done, and we're donezo. Okay, we get these interrupts out on the Decrepify, and we should be fine. I don't know, man. This is scary. These guys hurt. I would love to interrupt that, but I am unable to at the moment. I wasted my interrupt, I think. I don't like this. I think people are able to do their thing. I'm going to interrupt this one right now. That makes them all like move. They're not going to spam casts. Never mind. I'm experiencing a little bit of lag here. Can I charge this? I can charge this. The lag is a little bit annoying. I don't know if it's on my end or what it is, but I've noticed it. We're interrupting this. That gets CC'd big time by the hunter guy. I'm pretty sure that's from the hunter hero, like that thing that yoinks everything back. All right, we got one more pack of mobs here, 4%, and then we can go into the boss. So overall, pretty good. I think I just need to stick to the lower rating stuff and you know, use those to get some gear and maybe increase my item level, because I really feel like I can't stay alive on these. I'm probably doing something wrong. I don't know if someone can point out what I'm doing wrong, but please don't tell me like use your abilities, because I am using my abilities, but there seems to be something that I'm not understanding. Maybe, just maybe, it could be a healer issue, because like I'm looking at the healing numbers on my screen and I don't see them very often. Like I don't see the healing numbers pop up on my screen all that often, so I think the healer might be doing something where he's just not healing me all that much. I do not know, but what I do know is that I would very much like to be at full HP more often than I'm currently at full HP. 5 minutes remaining and we just have to do the last boss. We got to make sure we don't pull before everyone's in the thing. Healer's lagging behind. Don't want a repeat of last time. Everyone's in range. We're going to move the boss like so. I'm not really moving him. What I'm doing is I'm making him face the other way. And what I do with that is basically I guarantee that when he does the frontal thing, the giant frontal, he doesn't actually... God damn, that hurts. I'm going to interrupt the frigid mists. When he does the frontal, there's no one that needs to move out of it. Healer, please heal me. Please. Please. Okay, so whenever he does a cast, I'm gonna have to use some kind of defensive. I can interrupt this one, so I kind of wasted my defensive, but it's all right. I do have my spirit break. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my spirit breaker here. Or what? My spirit ability. Siege breaker is the name of the ability. Whatever. I'm gonna use it. That's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna use a big absorb shield here. Actually, frigid mists gets interrupted by somebody else. I waste my interrupt. I'm going to use big absorb shield here. Glacial spikes are coming through. We're going to move. Well, I'm just trying to make sure that the boss stays pointed away from the rest of the group, so they don't have to move when he does the frontal. I'm going to interrupt the icy death, because that shit hurts like a mother trucker. And here we go. Another icy death. I'm going to use a big defensive. Well, not so big, but still, whatever. I'm going to use a shields up. Frigid mist gets interrupted. I'm going to keep him here. I think Tarek can reach. Oh, goodness. Oh, no. Big toughness increase there. Tarek went down, unfortunately. He got caught off guard because I was not moving. But boss is dead, and Tarek will be able to release, and then he can loot his stuff, and all is well. That was a little messy there. I was stuck between a rock and a hard place. There was ice here. So lesson learned, move the boss a little bit further away from the thingy thing with the stuffy stuff. We've looted everything. Let's leave the instance. Okay. Well, Contender 5, definitely a bit of a toughie. Very difficult to stay alive. I don't know if it's a healing issue or if it's a me issue. I'm going to assume that it was a me issue, so I'm just going to leave now. Yes, there we go. I didn't get any loot from this. No, never mind. I got gloves. I'm lying to myself, apparently. I would like to increase my item level before I continue to do these rank 5 contender stuff. I don't want to do I don't want to do rank 5 stuff when my item level is 26, man. It's kind of rough. I'd rather increase my item level by doing these, you know, lower difficulty things. Like 30 item level would already be great. If I could get difficulty 4, feels like it could be fun. Even difficulty 3, maybe a few difficulty 3 ones would be nice to get, you know, just to get some 30 item level, 45 item level stuff, rather than just jumping into the deep end on 5s, you know, with my item level. I don't know. That's how I'm feeling right now. I could be completely wrong. Maybe I'm just playing very poorly, but there's really not much to it. I can use shields up to increase my toughness. I can use iron wall here to make sure my toughness is not reduced, so I'm nice and tanky for 12 seconds. And then I can use hold the line to give myself an instant recharge on shield slam, and then that next shield slam gives me an absorb. And that's it. That's all I have. I don't know what to do. I guess I also have a grand melee where I get 20% reduced magic damage. It's kind of worthless considering that everything, well, that's useless, because when I use that, all the trash mobs, all they do is auto attack me, which doesn't do any magic damage, I assume. I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm going to do one more dungeon, and then I'm going to continue to farm other stuff without recording, and all the way up until I'm ready for the final dungeon. Yeah, I think that's the plan. So let's go do one more. Hopefully it's not another frozen place, but we'll see. Stormwatch, level 3, Empyrean Sands. I'd rather, please let me do Stormwatch. Please let me do Stormwatch. I'm the tank. Can you please help me out? Yes, people are switching over to Stormwatch. Thank you so much. I know I get higher item level stuff here, but I've already done that. I'd rather do Stormwatch, get some more rating, and also have it a little bit easier for me. Let's click ready, and bada bing, bada boom. Here we go. I like this voting system. It makes me a little anxious because people will always want to do the hardest thing, but yeah, you know. I can't always do the hardest thing because I'm scared. Now, I don't know the route for this, and last time I did it, I was over percent by like a bazillion. So let's see if we can't make that a little bit more chill. We're going to go ahead and do some body pulling here. This executioner will be the last thing I pull. Let's get that out. Get some shield slams. Get the bleed up on everything. Okay, nice. I feel like this is a good... nice point to stop. I'm feeling much safer already because I'm actually, like, I can actually see that I'm being healed. I see these green numbers on my screen, and that makes me very happy. I do hope there's a way to, like, change how these appear and where they appear. Maybe I need to check my edit thing, but yeah. Okay, now I'm not seeing many green numbers and my health is stagnating. Okay, there come the green numbers again and we're safe. Okay, good. I don't know, what do I do with these guys when they get big and red? What do I need to, like, kite them or something? Like, is there a mechanic I'm not understanding correctly? Let's interrupt this guy and we're gonna drag this into the next group over here. Shield slam them as well. Very nice. Shields up here. Get that. What is this thing called? Jesus, I keep forgetting my ability names. Whatever. I'm still pretty new at the game. Let's put it that way. I'm going to go ahead and try and pull all of these together. I think this is a grand melee situation because all of these are kind of casting at me and I don't like that. And I don't want to count on people to interrupt them to make them group up. Anyway, let's put up a big shield. We're going to interrupt a couple of these. Big green circle, I think that's the ult ability of the healer, of the druid type healer. So I'm going to stay in it. Instead of, at one time I panicked and I moved all the mobs out and everything because I didn't know what it did. So that makes me feel a little bit stupid, but hey, you know, we're learning. This is a learning experience. Okay, I think we go upstairs. Let's pull this executioner. Let's put shields up, shield slam, do the explosion thing, make everything bleed, and we good. Frontal goes out. I'm gonna get out of that frontal. Don't want to have to deal with that. Okay, so the arsonist put out those frontals. I gotta look out for those and make sure that I'm gonna make a new rule for myself that I'm gonna try and adhere to. And that is, make sure that everything is facing away from the group at all times, because they seem to just do a lot of frontals facing the tank. So I should probably make sure that those don't bother my group constantly. I'm gonna interrupt this, move over to these pillagers, give them a little charge. These are also pillagers. Pillagers don't seem to be very dangerous, so I'm going to go ahead and just pull a bunch of them. I'm going to get my shield up and put my toughness at a maximum, like not let it degenerate at all by using my shield wall, iron wall, whatever the heck it is. And we're now really, really tough and kicking a lot of ass. Okay, nice. I'm worried that I will overpull like crazy in this dungeon, but it's all right. Okay, I'm a little bit weak right now. We're waiting for some healing. I guess we charge in. Probably shouldn't have charged in because charge should be used after everything's on cooldown already, because charge reduces the cooldown of everything. We're going to interrupt that charged bolt and continue doing our thing. We interrupt... Oh, somebody else interrupted seemingly the thing. Charged bolt goes out on a random person. We all get stunned and boss runs away. Okay, that's the first time you see the boss. You get to fight him again at some other point in time. I think we're going to go here. I'm just going to fight these guys. There's a couple of arsonists, so that's something I need to look out for. We do the little explosion thing. I'm going to interrupt one of those, move out of the way of the other. Could have just moved out of the way of both of them, but there's nothing else to interrupt, so it's not a big deal that I wasted quote unquote, my interrupt. All right, we're looking good. Heals are coming through. A little bit of hots going on. Shield slam everything. Let's put another shield slam down, this time with the little empowered thing. Hold the line, I think that's called, which increases, gives me an absorb shield basically, which is very useful because it's pretty much the only self-sustained thing I have. I don't know if I want to call that self-sustained. It's basically just more mitigation, but yeah, anyway. I have to say I'm feeling a lot happier doing this level of difficulty right now. These guys are kind of scary. We're going to go do a grand melee. We're going to move them all down here. Move them all down here. Still got grand melee going. Oh no, my grand melee. Can I get those guys to be affected by the grand melee? I'm going to use my spirit ability here. Oh man, I'm really struggling. Get the ball lightning interrupt. This is a stupid pull. I regret doing this pull. Okay, I saw I had grand melee and I don't know, I had dollar signs in my eyes or something, or I don't know. I'm way over %. We somehow managed to pull some more of these. No man. Okay, let's get another shields up thing. I have nothing really left to keep myself from, like, to make myself tank here. Just gotta make sure I keep these guys in front of me so that I can block. Okay, big circle came out from the healer, which means we're getting nice heals now, and we're just gonna stand in it until we're full HP-ish. No, never not, because it's gonna take too long. Pulled way too much shit, it feels like. Let's explode a little bit, try and stack them all up on this, get all my defensives rolling. All lightning's going through. I can't do much about it, but this feels already a lot better than the last one. The last one, they were all kind of just spread out, so I did way too much. I pulled way too much here. I definitely need to figure out which mobs I can skip and stuff, but hey, this will have to do. Let's get going. So we've got El Jefe here. I'm gonna put my focus on it so people can see my cooldown interrupt, or my interrupt cooldown is what I wanted to say, because I think he does something. Oh, okay, hold on, let me explode here. Dread arc, we're gonna interrupt that. I think I'm gonna save my interrupt for that dread arc. I think that's a good idea. Forked lightning, can I kill these guys with the forked lightning? Doesn't look like it. I think we were not doing anything with that. Dread arc is coming through. Somebody does interrupt, which is wonderful, because I used my interrupt on the other thing. I don't have anything. Perfect storms coming through. That looks like something I need to move out of. I'm going to charge back in. That'll give us a bunch of CDR. I should interrupt these charge bolts, but nobody... Dread arc, I'm going to interrupt that instead. And then hopefully somebody interrupts the other thing. Okay, anyway, no ads seem to be showing up or anything like that. 23 seconds until raiders show up. We have another dread arc coming in soon. I'm not going to interrupt the charged bolts. I'll let the healer handle that, and then the dread arc comes through. We're going to interrupt that instead. Ideally, I should let it cast all the way to the end and then interrupt it so that the boss is not doing anything for the longest amount of time, but this feels fine. Should I stand in that maybe just for a bit of damage? I don't know. For a bit of damage, for me to do a bit of damage is what I was thinking about, but no, I don't think that's going to be necessary. The mobs despawn as the boss dies and we're done. That felt fine. That was way over %. I'm just going to say sorry about being way over %. And then we're going to, yeah, call it quits here. Nice. Okay, that was cool. That was a fun one. I did a bit of a stupid pull with jumping into the pit and whatnot, but I don't think it's too big of a deal. We're going to leave the group, and I'm going to... I don't have enough rating for another reward. Oh, we're close to it, though. 563 rating for an unstable mithril. Cool. We got a weapon, but it's we have a way better weapon from completing the quick play stuff. Well, not the quick play, but like completing the rewards thing here. So we got the 90 item level weapon, so I don't really need that. But hey, you know, if it was another slot, I probably could have used it. So bit by bit, we're getting rating in our things. Not too bad, not too bad at all. So my current goal is to finish Contender on this character, which means I need to clear Silthrell's Fall, and I need to do it within time. So that is going to be interesting. I'm kind of going in blind there. I haven't done that a single time on any difficulty, obviously. because Silthrill's Fall doesn't show up in Quickplay, because Quickplay is only the one boss dungeons, right? So I'm curious to see how I'm going to do in that one. I'm kind of worried about going in blind because honestly, if I just get a bit of gear, I think I'll be okay. I think the big thing is just upgrading my gear by doing these different difficulties that I have available without doing Silthrill's Fall. So anyway, I think this is where I'm going to end this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, drop a like. Make sure you subscribe because there's more Fellowship coming on this channel. Look at this bastard Skelly appearance. I love this. The skull looks really, really cool. The armor could be a little bit better, but you know, I'll take what I can get. Speaking of which, if you made it to this point of the video, include the words Bastard Skelly in your comment. First of all, because it's a reference to Dead Meat, a very cool channel here on YouTube. And second of all, because I am a Bastard Skelly. You know what I just realized? I need to edit HUD and I need to drag this all the way down. Oh my god, that was there the whole time, just bothering someone probably. I'm so sorry, I just forgot to move that down. Please forgive me. Anyway, if you do include the words Bastard Skelly in your comment, I'll make sure to heart it when I see it. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode.